Just on the point of aesthetics, I mean, how do you find the right balance between aesthetics and practicality to deliver an ROI? What I mean by that, I suppose, and I think we've discussed it in the past, I sell technology, and it surprises me sometimes how we've put forward something that we know that the guests would really appreciate. Let's say it's a casting solution, but instead the aesthetics of the fluffy pillow, they both have got the same cost, and aesthetics wins over practicality.
Yeah, I think again it's difficult, and it comes down to the operator and the client and the relationship they have between each other. And I think that always the focus for any hotelier is on the things that guests touch. That's actually where you spend the money. And I think also that it's very easy to have something looking great when it's brand new. But the test of time is the most important. You can have a room that looks great when you open it on day one, but after 2 years, it looks really old and tired. And then, you have the operators screaming, you have the clients, the owners screaming, saying, well, listen, I spent all this money and look at it, it's terrible, it's worn so badly. So again, it gets back to the team that you choose between the designers, the consultants, and the builder, and the materials you use. But at the end of the day, the focus should always be on the guest and what the guest experience is, and the things that people touch are the most important, and that's where you should spend the money. At the end of the day, people come into a hotel these days now, and they expect to have a great bed, fantastic pillows, fantastic Wi-Fi, and a great shower. And a dark room. And a dark, quiet room. Whereas, years ago, back when I started working in hotels, you didn't care. Wi-Fi didn't even exist. And, you had to have a good television that had access to free to air and maybe a few, movie channels or anything like that, a good bed, pillow, and a good shower. And, in these days, it was a good workspace within the room. And you'll see, in terms of design, the rooms have become markedly smaller for a number of different reasons. One, the televisions are flat screen, and also there's no desks in the. Very rarely you will go to a hotel where there's actually a working desk in the room anymore. So the leisure hotels forcing people to work down in the lobby, which is, from my point of view, is a much better option rather than having a large room size, taking up extra revenue space. You can add another couple of rooms to the floor.
That's true. And with the cost with land, I suppose it's appropriate to.
Yeah, that's right.
To maximise that. That's very true. And I think generally people are comfortable working anywhere these days. I mean, I get some of my best work done actually in hotel lobbies, I think.
Yeah. Well, I think it also just brings a different sense to the lobby. Years ago, you go into a lobby and there's hardly anybody in there, and it wasn't sort of very invigorating. And now you can go into a lobby and there's a lot of people working away or having a chat with coffee or whatever. And it's also a great challenge. And you look at sort of the innovators like Ace Hotel. They sort of were one of the first ones to have a lot of vibrancy in their lobby design. And bring in a stronger food and beverage component into their lobby.
Very true. I'm not sure how true the story is, but we don't have Citizen M here in Australia yet. There is talk that they will be coming, but in some of their properties in Europe, they actually encouraged fashion designers and people like that to have meetings with super good looking models in their lobbies, so that they had fashionable people there, and it had a really good vibe, as you said, when you went through. I was like, oh, this is where all the cool people hang out.
Yeah, and certainly, if you haven't been to an Ace Hotel, that's the type of, that's what that's the purpose of their lobbies. You want to be seen there, and you want to be one of the cool people.